Welcome back to Digital Devil Saga 2. Last time we infiltrated the EGG facility and obtained the first 2 keycards, but also found out that there were some experiments on the demon virus, and also, well, actually we found out a lot of things. Just watch the end of the last part, seriously. It's a ton of stuff happened. The basics are, we found out why some of the characters in the junkyard were afraid of Surf's demon form. It caused a major incident in the real world in the past. We still don't really know what connection Surf himself has to that, though. And we also encountered one of the original demons that rampaged. That is apparently Indrajit, the nemesis of Indra in Hindu mythology, which just happens to be Roland's demon form. Well, at least that happened before the end of the fight, so I can disache that. I think this is actually my first time ever using a disache in battle, which is actually a pretty good track record. But then again, it is proven that stomachache is less common in this game compared to the first one. Finally, somebody masters a mantra. Diorama, Paraladi, Mipatra. And I think that's going to get us one of the esoteric mantra, too. I do like you still having Medea, though, because that gives me access to the Angelic Grace combo. I suppose I don't really need ingest mana right now. So okay, we can use the level 2 security card to get in here, which is only for items, but I like that the optional level 2 security door is on your way back. Look, it's an overlook of the entire city. Some device near Karma City, huh? Well, I might want to remember that. Is this going to be another flower? It's a rose. Okay. Does it smell as sweet by any other name? By the way, as the Shakespeare nerd in me, I'll just mention that what that speech actually means is that, basically, like, what's in a name, is another one of the lines in that, but Romeo is basically just saying that, like, oh, yeah, the fact that Juliet is named is my mortal enemy just because her surname is Capulet, like, you know, we could call her a different name and she'd still be the same person. That's pretty much the gist of that speech. Okay, so we need to head all the way through this curvy passage. I think I'll just cut back there unless anything interesting happens. Okay, I haven't seen that happen before. That does mean less experience in AP for me. You know, I should probably master Demon Beast and Hit Hand before I, just in front of the next save point while I'm here. Though, again, save points are very frequent in this dungeon. I don't think I've actually shown Roland's transform animation before, and it's one of my favorites. Just the way that he holds his arm and, like, with the shotgun extended, it turns into the Vajra arm. It just looks really cool. Hitan mastered, Zanma, Shockwave, and Force Repel. Definitely setting Zanma over regular Zan. Medical Tool, really? That's new. Osei, another one of the demons from the Ars Goetia, which usually takes the form of a leopard, but they have the ability to transform people. He gives skill in all liberal sciences and true answers concerning divine and secret things. He has power charge here though, strong to physical and gun, weak to earth, poison, and panic. Again, why do they make so many enemies weak to panic in a game where the Tentarafu combo is disgustingly broken? Because this. Wow, you actually survive a super effective Tentarafu. However, you still died anyway. And there we go. Feed Frenzy, Rend Asunder, Atma Bonus, and Iron Stomach. Rend Asunder is actually a moderate hunt attack, so it's a straight upgrade on Devour, but it does cost more HP. And Feed Frenzy is an AoE hunt attack, but it's random hits, kind of like the hunt version of Body Rush. Arbos increases AP gain in battle. You have to be an active member, though. I guess I can take off Ice Boost. And Iron Stomach, Null's Aches. I don't actually find that as useful in this game because I think you can get this earlier in DDS2 than you can in DDS1, but Ache is pretty rare in DDS2. But okay, now I'm going to get new mantras. Opening things up there. Actually puts Gale decently close to the Mind Charge mantra as well. So I want to start with Gale, and yep, we have a secret mantra unlocked. This one is Strength increased by 2. Oh, and another one. This is one of the ones we need to actually work on ourselves, though. Esoteric Mantra 1. Neutral Karma, which makes you gain, I believe, full experience when you're not in the active party. Actually a pretty, well, I mean, it's an alright skill, and it is available much earlier in this one than it is in the first game. It's also pretty cheap. I did want Cielo working on Ailment Nullification. I can't afford Sky Dragon yet. I wouldn't mind Terrazi on Gale. Roland can go into Violent God, Skull Cleave, Death Blow, Retaliate, Priestess, Death Spray, Counter, Quick Escape. Actually, that's affordable for me right now, but I could go for Vanquisher as well, Mute Blow and Key Blast. Oh yeah, Key Blast is one of these attacks that has low accuracy in DDS2. It didn't in the first game. Of course, by grabbing that, I'm one step closer to another of the esoteric mantras. I think for now I'm going to go for Priestess. You know what, now's probably a good time to show off the zoomed mantra grid for everyone. So this is where Roland's gone, this is Surf, this is Argilla, that's Gale, and that's Cielo. So if we pass through here, it'll lead us to stairway number 4 on, well, at least according to the Japanese map I'm following. That will lead us to another part of Basement 11. And hello there, dead person. Yep, for the first time, a corpse didn't give us something. Actually, I should probably go this way first because it dead ends sooner. One of these rooms has absolutely nothing, and the other room has just a chest. I feel like there is this really good karma ring I like that should be coming up pretty soon. This is fine. Actually, I guess I can try Rend Asunder with this in this mode. Still didn't kill. I would really like to show off Cielo's victory animation in this form. Don't know if it'll actually happen, though. How does Devil Feast work in this form? Yeah, it's probably still the same odds. Also, this means I might... Oh, nice miss, nice miss. Yeah, this is a really good song, it's just you probably won't hear it very often, because these battles, generally, you either run from them instantly, or they don't last long. Well, you didn't actually crit me, that's very rare. Yeah, you don't often hear this part of the song. The song is called Madness, by the way. Uh-oh. That could be bad. Cielo's still fine, though. And yep, that's Berserk Cielo's victory animation. 2 revival gems is pretty good. Let's just say I'm going to be needing all the revival gems I can take when we get to the boss of this dungeon. And even then, they have one move that not even revival gems can save you from. Level 23 on Gale. So I guess we'll bring back Surf and Argilla. +1 strength is decent. He's sort of a hybrid attacker. Let's start with Surf again, but I'll go Roland Argilla for a bit of variety. Curse Shot. Yeah, I thought that would be some kind of bullet. 64 power curse. I always like to give my strongest bullet to Surf, because his gun is by far the best of the party. I would say that it's kind of weird for, like, the small pistol to be the strongest of the guns, but there are some pistols that are really powerful. Like, you know, there are a lot of video games that have magnums, and I've heard that magnums are pretty strong. He's already dead. Something in his pocket. Sapphire, okay. Because that guy was a fan of Pokemon Gen 3. That was actually the one Gen 3 game I didn't play. Sapphire was my sister's version. I started with Ruby and then I played Emerald. Well, didn't start with. My first Pokemon game was the original Red, but like I meant in Gen 3. Yeah, the corpses are getting more and more frequent, and that's worrying. Even Roland decided to run a little low on MP. Where is the next heal terminal? Not until nearly the boss, I thought so. So yeah, MP consumption is actually a real worry in this place. Well, at least he's not gonna pass away immediately after we talk to him, but yeah, it looks like he had his card stolen. So our job of this area is to go and get it. And hopefully acquire some more AP and, yeah, hopefully acquire some more AP, stupid Karma Soldiers, and items while we're at it. Just there's something about this music, it's haunting is how I would describe it. So we're gonna head south first at this junction. Hello, dead person. Just a dead body. No response, just a corpse is apparently a Dragon Quest meme-ish thing. I think it's like a meme. It's like, yeah, Dragon Quest doesn't really have a whole ton of memes since it wasn't really that popular in the West. That's a new thing on the monitors, though. Tiger Eye. Or Tiger's Eye. Yeah, I remember that from one of the villains of Sacred Stones. A chromosome is displayed. Of Cuvier syndrome research. But yeah, I believe that character's name is pronounced Kellic, which is kind of amusing considering the character from the Fire Emblem fan game, The Last Promise. Dragon Tunki. I feel like a giant tortoise called Tunki is pretty on the nose. Null Fire, strong against physical, gun, and panic, weak to earth. And Spell Gloom is another one of those super debuffs that I am actually trying to get Gale access to. Tunki are sacred creatures in Chinese mythology born from the aura and essence of the earth. There is no real source describing its appearance, so this game basically just guess what they look like. But I suppose that oftentimes tortoises are associated with earth in a lot of media. Of course, strangely, this one is actually weak to earth. Okay, let's taunt you and see if this does more damage. It did enough damage. They can sometimes show up in groups of 2 and ambush you and both use Spell Gloom at the same time. They do have a very funny attack animation. I'll hopefully be able to comment on it if we actually see it. If not, I will hopefully remember to describe that to you later on in the dungeon. Okay, that's new too, Baphomet. Hi, Baphomet. Baphomet, I feel like, has been in a lot of games lately in the Shin Megami Tensei series. It's pretty well known. It's a goat-headed demon, which the Knights Templar were accused of worshipping. Repel death, null, charm, poison, panic, strong earth, weak to expel and mute. Oh yeah, your weaknesses are a little obscure. And yeah, it's the first thing that nulls Tentarafu, which is actually a pretty big deal. Doesn't resist ice, though. Now, if it does use one of its death skills on Surf, that'd be great, because he has... I love actually points, because that would trip his trap card in the form of the Skull Ring. There we go. I probably have Hammer skills on somebody, but, like, there's just so few things that they work on, that they're good against in this dungeon that I'm not really sure I want to go for that. Although, you know, maybe I should try. You have Hammer. We're going to take off mana bonus. It barely changes our MP at this point. And this one here was for... oh no, quick data. Sorry, I thought for a second that was the Karma Ring that I wanted, but it is not. Quick data, I will take that on. Yeah, I'll use that as an MP refill on these two. Because Surf doesn't really need agility. I mean, technically Agility doesn't either, but I guess it helps enemy attacks miss. Now, in here is also nothing. There are a lot of these nothing rooms, but they actually do have a purpose, it just won't be obvious right now. Hello, corpse. Oh, that one is also just a corpse. But all 3 of these rooms contain items, so we're going to have to check them all. This one is... Chakra Pod. Pretty nice considering our MP management. Or lack thereof in this dungeon. And there's a dead researcher. Who had a muscle drink. Okay. Yeah, muscle drinks heal you, but inflict random ailments, which can be stomachache. I think they can also be stun, and sometimes they were used in the first game just to... For some reason, it's way weaker when the enemies use it. That's kind of bizarre. I freaked out for a moment there. I do want to cure this, though. Okay, I do have panaceas. Nope, okay. I mean... You're weak to that. Wow, that is a lot of damage. And yeah, that shows that, yeah, petrification is considered death in this game. That was the case in the first Digital Devil Saga as well. Don't throw away money, please. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a null. That's bad. Okay, let's actually have you cure it. It is very strange that, like, we never use Tentara food for its intended purpose of inflicting confusion. Because... it's just, yeah, the enemy just dies before they get confused. But you don't, because you're actually immune to it for once. Pazuzu comes from Mesopotamian mythology. It describes a king of demons and a personification of the west wind. It does have stone and pulimpa, null, death, and ailment. Oh, all ailments, okay. Weak to elect and expel. So another expel weak enemy, but we also have other forms of its weakness. And, you know, it just got, I'm gonna actually go for a Hummer. Didn't expect that would actually kill you. You weren't in red before. But I will take the extra AP into Ice Wolf. Yeah, now Surf is oddly behind in terms of levels. Strong Presence. Let's go. I thought you were supposed to capture us alive. Well, I guess maybe they figured that if we die, then QVA can just lobotomize Sarah and force her to cooperate. 2 Baphomets, though, and they just nulled Expel. Only weak to Expel and Mute, but Bufu still works. Didn't get any freezes, though. Vileblade still works. I kind of doubt Tarun is going to be a good idea. They seem to be more magically inclined. Okay, one of them's dead. Thank you for that. Oh yeah, because that's a repel, they lose all their press turns for hitting it. So definitely a nice reward for beating Beelzebub, one of the tougher non-Demi-Fiend optional bosses. Security card 03, so we've got that one now, but also we have a chest that we can grab. Speedy Ring, is this the one? Is this the one? I usually like to have this one on Cielo. No, it's not the one I was thinking of. First person does double damage, damage gradually down thereafter. Now, since most random encounters don't last very long, this is pretty useful. In fact, that combined with Tentara Fu would be hilarious. So you know what, I'm actually going to give that to... Oh, I am liking the Skull Ring, though. Maybe I'll give that to... Oh, Roland does have the Rage Ring, which is also nice on him. I'll give you the Speedy Ring. Let's gamble on the Sapphire. Strength by 3. I was hoping for magic, so I think I'll hold off on that for now. Actually getting a little low on Surf's MP, and I still cannot believe that we've never seen... I was really hoping it would be that one. That we've never seen the special encounter yet. This is the unluckiest I've ever got with this. There are 2 types of special encounters that can appear in any dungeon in the game. I think after this, from like the 3rd one onwards. And I normally would have seen them at least 3 times by now. I have not seen either one once. So let's head further in. The door is armored security lock. Use security card. Enter password. 1111111. Nope. Why don't we ask someone? Well, there was that dying guy from earlier. He was somewhere in this curved corridor. Okay, so if you already know what you're supposed to do, you don't actually need to do this. But I'm going to follow along with what they tell us anyway. So, some people, like, online are saying this is kind of a dumb security measure. The password is written on the card itself, which you would need anyway to open the door. And I'm trying to think how to make sense of that logically. I know that at one point I did figure out a fairly logical explanation for why somebody would do that as a security measure, but I'm drawing a blank right now. (11771409). I had to overcome a few personal demons to figure that one out. And so we almost move on. Into basement 12, an already encounter. The quick ring also helps you get marker faster, because the faster you finish an encounter, not marker, dollars in this game, the faster you finish an encounter, the more you get. In fact, I should probably have somebody with the rich ring. For now, we'll continue on, and down here is going to dead end first. This is actually the last floor, and also has a heal point, so that will top up my MP. I'm not too worried about HP, because I have my ultimate HP battery surf. Actually, hang on a second. Oh. Cielo doesn't have Zionga yet. That's actually bad. I need him to get Zionga before the next, before the boss. I may actually need to grind a little bit. And there's no shame in doing a bit of that before the next boss fight, because as I said, the next boss fight is brutal. Okay, and here is just some items. Hello, Tanki. Yeah, there it is. They slap their fins on the ground like a seal. They also get 2 press turns. But because I have Argilla with Earth skills, I'm fine here. One weak to panic, one that nulls it. Yeah, that is one of the rare weaknesses of Tentarafu, is that it is, there's no single target. Well, actually, there is a single target variant, but it doesn't do damage. Oh, I hate Power Wave. This could be very, very bad. Oh, and you null death, so I can't even gamble on that. Let me run, please. No, I'm done. Well, that's our first game over. I'm surprised that was the first game over. Wow. So you get to see what the game over screen looks like in this game. Okay, I don't think we've actually made it this far before the last game over, so let's proceed down here. Hi, Tanki. That is actually a cool looking health rust. 8 was enough to do it, wow. Yeah, I am a little concerned about Cielo not having Zionga right now. I got a little bit too greedy trying to get him ailment immunity. He really needs Zionga before this boss. And here we go. Speaking of this boss, this is the last life terminal we get before the boss. We need a level 4 keycard to get there. And I believe this door is just nothing. I wonder if this gives us different, various temperature and pressure readings are displayed. So at least slightly different flavor text. But going the other way is gonna get us something interesting. Oh, not this combo again. Firstly, there are some items for us in this door. I suppose if we examine this corpse. Oh, security card 4! Yeah, we need to go in here anyway. And if you look at this one in SP items, yeah, this one also has a password. So we needed to come here anyway, but if we keep going down here, I was gonna say keep continuing, but that's a little redundant. There is another elevator, and I believe this room is also nothing. But I like to mark them on the map regardless. This elevator will actually lead us back up. Yeah, back up to floor 7. And this is a field hunt. For the Mitama here, okay, they're weak to force. I probably have enough on my current party, and I have force items. So let's go field hunting. I'll just do a quick sweep of these rooms and then cut back to when the Mitama spawns. Yeah, there is a very clear sound that plays when more orbs spawn. That loops back on itself. And this will lead to the very end of this field hunt region, which had nothing right now. Okay, see you back here with the Mitama. Only got 20 that time. Alright, it's 4 Kusimitamas. Let's start with the... Actually, Impact Bomb's a little relevant here. So I do have Fatal Hunt skills at this point, but they aren't 100% effective anymore. Okay, we got one of them at least. Probably should make the most of this frightened, because it's going to go away this turn. And they're going to stick around for a little longer at least. Spinning around and buffing themselves. Double Makakaja is, like, fine. Even though it slightly influences how much magic damage they take, it's not going to be the Sonic Stones and Impact Bombs that kill them. It's going to be our Devour skills. Okay, one of them's on red. You are the only one who has Devil Feast, so probably should prioritize using that. Okay, we've got 2 of them with Roland. Got another one. Don't want Roland to grab all of them. Okay, you're not running yet. Let's just use the regular Sonic Stone this time. Again, they don't really want Roland to be the one to eat that. Not quite there. This should do it. Okay, we got all of them. Thank you for no stomachache. Okay, that's nice. They're worth a good amount of experience, too, and money. So Surf has Mabufula, Ice Drain. Roland has Death Spray, Counter, and Quick Escape. Argilla has Mahama, Secunda, and Expel Resist. Hunt result is rank A. Yeah, there is an S rank, apparently. I never realized that on my first playthrough, but you need to get, like, over, like, 30 or 40 orbs and eat all the Mitamas. Yeah, I've never been that good at these field hunts. But really, as long as you, like, the rank doesn't really matter, I feel. As long as you kill all the Mitamas, it's fine. So back down to basement floor 12, and it would really suck if a Moikane showed up now, because Moikanes also exist to be a source of AP. So getting them when I have 3 mastered mantras would be very bad. But knowing my luck, it's probably gonna happen. And unfortunately, I could really use a save point right now to actually change my mantras. Although there is one coming up pretty soon. Because we are actually pretty much done with this floor. Password this time is 4005 1918. It's easier to remember that way. I wonder what things will be like in the year 4005. It's like a lot of these like speculative fiction, like future things would often set themselves in like still in the 2000s. I don't often see things in like the 3000s or 4000s. Although apparently Warhammer 40,000 was supposed to be Warhammer 4000, they added an extra 0 just to make it as far removed from the current era as possible. Somebody already looted this guy, but there's a piece of paper. The note says, uh-oh, we've got one of these going on, like Kaneshiro's palace. A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, Z equals 26. Well, not really. This one's a bit different. This is a more just straightforward alphabet. But here we need a level 5 security card. And this room that I'm heading towards is nothing, but I might as well show it off. I hate this combination of enemies. Okay, these guys use. Is this the first time we're seeing rage in this game? Yeah, it gives them 2 blinking press turns. Nice use of your extra press turns there, although Vile Blade is still kind of scary. So yes, that's nothing. But through the other doorway should be a save point. There it is. Now, can I afford decent mantras on all 3 of... Nope, don't do that. On all 3 of us, and also getting Zionga for Cielo. Ah, right, Surf is on his way to getting Mind Charge, which is good. Okay, I've got another secret mantra. Esoteric 2. Panic-induced / panic-related. This is one of the ones that I don't really like. Miser's Spirit just reduces the amount of money you throw away when you're panicked. I don't think that's worth using up a skill slot and mastering a whole mantra for. Lightning, yes, let's go for this. Not Ice Master, Dark Leader. Whoa, that is a lot of money. It's gonna take a while to master that too. I'm gonna go into Earth Shrine, I think. And you mastered Archangel, so the next one here is Makanda. I always mispronounce that one. It's not in a lot of SMT games. You know, maybe I'll have you work on Mutual Karma. After Priestess comes Holy Beast. Oh, AP Divide is amazing. That makes it so that when you use a Devour skill to kill an enemy, the AP gets shared among the whole party instead of just going to you. And you also get more because of the Devour bonus. So, very good for leveling up mantras. It's gonna cost quite a bit of money though, and I don't really want to have to jump out of the dungeon just to sell my flowers, but honestly, that is an option. For now, I'll go with something mildly cheaper. I'm gonna go Ice Leader. Let's bring Cielo and Gale back. For this part, we will need to go in both directions to get all the items. This area is just a layout of 4 rooms arranged in kind of a square. This one's gonna have an enemy attack. Yeah, there you go, Strong Presence, let's go. Once again, we have 2 Tentarafu weak enemies and 1 Tentarafu nullifier. Don't actually have the Tentarafu combo in this party though, so I'm gonna have to just use Pulimpa on you guys. But Zio should do a number on this. Thank you for the stun. That's gonna make you die very easily. And now I would actually use Tentarafu if I have it, but I don't. Sadly, they are not, they're not Memento's targets in vanilla Persona 5 and will drop insane amounts of money when confused. I would appreciate some money though. There we go, thank you. 600? I forget how you guys like fire. Ah, fire's fine. Okay, that's good. Oh, you are out of panic already. Let's put you back in panic. Thank you for that. I guess you guys drop a flat 600. Oh, that Counter-Strike. Let's not do that. Okay, then. Oh, you are weak to poison too? Okay, again, they can get a Devour in as well. Probably should have got the Devour with Cielo though, because he really does need to master his mantra. I will grind Lightning off screen. I need it for the boss. And now we have Security Card 5. So this was the only required room. But in here we also get... Change Ring. Is this like... If I remember right, is this the one of the really good ones? Revert/transform command will not expend a turn icon. This is actually insane. Like, the combos that you can pull off with this and some of the human form exclusive, like, combo skills are actually pretty amazing. It also means that, like, if an enemy's using Hammer, you can just swap into human form to nullify that with no cost. It's a really good ring. Not really sure I have much of a use for it on this current party, but it is definitely a very good ring to have. Especially on someone like Surf, you can put it on Surf and then have shield skills on other party members and then use Surf's gun combos pretty much whenever you want. I had a feeling we'd be getting into Rakshasa mode at some point. Let's see if we can eat a whole tongue key. Again, I would appreciate if Cielo got this one. There we go. Don't stomach cake, please. Thank you. So yeah, that is a little bit into lightning. And this one, I believe, is another flower. A rose. Well, I guess I'm going to reference this time Chairman Rose, that this is a spoiler, but I doubt people care. The bad villain in Sword and Shield. And bad in the sense that he did not need to be a villain. Like, Sword and Shield didn't need a villain. I think it was better being a sports story than one that had high stakes and a villain shoehorned in at the end. Cielo Devour, please. No stomachache, please. Oh, reinforcements. Okay, I thought for a second, like, when there was a pause there, I was like, oh no, we got a stomachache, but it was just reinforcements. The one time I'm actually happy to see Karma Soldiers, but only because they're not a stomachache. You know that you are not wanted when the one reason somebody is happy to see you is because you're at least better than a horrible, crippling stomachache. Okay, so let's go in here and get ourselves another one of these rare chests that's a trap. Okay, you going first is potentially bad. But nobody's weak to force in this party. Oh yeah, I didn't actually talk about that Zahn thing from SMT. So in both SMT 4 and 4 Apocalypse, any Zahn skill has a 1% chance of blowing away the target. Against enemies, that is an instant kill. Against ally demons, it permanently removes the demon from your party until you run into them in a random encounter to find them again. It's considered the lost status ailment, which, I remember that because on the SMT wiki there are a lot of notes saying, like, all guest allies are immune to the lost ailment, but I didn't know what that was for a while. And there was, in this speedrun that I watched, the guy had this happen to him twice in a row. Literally, 2 pixies used Zahn, and both of them blew away somebody. 1% odds on both of those. But okay, this is the last room we need to check here, because it's another dead guy. Just a medical kit. At this point, medical tools are better. Part of me wonders what medical tools actually look like, where they're like a pack of scalpels or something. Uh-oh. That's our first time seeing Petrified. Petrified characters are essentially dead. When it comes around to their turn, they will just use up their press turn and not do anything. I believe they don't even get experience after battle either. And if they get hit by a physical or a force skill, there is a fairly high chance they'll instantly get shattered and die. We have 1 Disc Stone. There aren't a lot of, like, super dangerous enemies that use stones, so I'm not really too worried about using up those. Okay, he ate both of those. That's going to be pretty good progress into lightning. Very good progress into lightning. In fact, I might not even need to off-camera grind for that. Which is a shame, because I wanted to, just to see if the special encounters show up, because I want one of them, badly. But okay, let's take this save point. Oh boy, Cielo's weak to that. Yeah. Thanks for doing that and not something way worse. Let's fix Cielo now. And why not let's use a medical tool? Can't really afford to game over here. Okay, is that... No, that's definitely not Cielo done. One more good Devour, though, should get him done on that. So, this time, if we go into items and SP items... Labeled Abyss. Well, that's not ominous at all. So... The note said that A equals 1, blah blah blah, Z equals 26. We just have to translate each letter to the corresponding number in the alphabet that it is. So this should be 1, 2, 25, 1919, I think. And there we go, Zionga and Bolt Flare and Electro Repel. Bolt Flare is actually going to be useful in a later dungeon, but Zionga is what I want for now. So this is another nothing room, should be at least. Yep, that's nothing. And through here, we have one final save point. Items in here. Great Chakra, could be useful if we're running low on MP, almost called it SP. Through that door is the hardest boss we have faced so far. So make sure you save here. I also highly recommend having Zionga on Cielo, but anybody else with Zionga and Elect Boost will also be very useful. The thing is, I'm actually super tempted just to warp back, sell my flowers, and make my way back down, just to see if any of the rare encounters show up. It does bug me that gems are below flowers in the sell menu. Because you want to get to the flowers quickly because they only exist to be sold. Roses are worth an awful lot, Amy would approve. And how many do we need to the next rank? Oh, 3,000. Yeah, that's going to take a while. I suppose I can get these. I am going for every Karma Ring. And Gale now has Earth Temple mastered. Yeah, Cielo will go back into the one he was working on. And I wanted to take Gale through this track. Meanwhile, I will buy Holy Beast for Roland in advance. But I will stay on Ice Leader for now. Okay. Well, I mean, that's fitting revenge against Karma Soldiers for all the AP they've stolen from me. Of course no one shows up. It's not often you see that happen, because most enemies that use death skills in these games are immune to death. Surf now has Matera and Earth Boost. And here I am, back at this save point, and the rare encounters did not appear at all. I'll take a little more, just because... That's a different type of rare encounter. Honestly, because there is an Orsay there and I'm right in front of a save point, I'm just going to run. But I will need to take a few more encounters because Gale is very close to level 25, and that would put everyone at 25. Except Surf is now over-leveled, okay. And Argilla is insanely close on Esoteric 1. So I guess I should probably get that one too. The power of Tentarafu in the Speedy Ring. There we go. Mutual Karma. Wow. But yeah, taking one more encounter for good measure, it still looks like I'm not going to get it, so yeah. Oh, Moikane and Jack Frost are a myth. But I will see you next time when we face our strongest challenge yet, and the plot gets very, very, very intense. See you all then.